you may still be recovering from the finale of Kingfisher. But Afra Saracoglu is already back, this time in the lead role, once again in the spotlight and ready to captivate millions of viewers. However, this time it's in a digital reality. And no, this isn't a continuation of her previous series. It's a completely new chapter that promises to be ironic, warm, and a little philosophical. If you, like me, thought Afra would take a break after 3 seasons, well, unfortunately or fortunately, she has other plans. Instead of resting, she's diving into a new series titled Para, with filming set to begin very soon. And yes, you heard it right. In this Disney Plus project, her on-screen partner will be none other than Furkan Anduj. Feeling nostalgic yet? Of course, these two have shared the screen before in Sisters Children, but there, the story of their characters felt unfinished. Now, they have a chance to rewrite it all. The plot of Para promises to be surprisingly light yet profound. Afra will portray a popular blogger, a girl living under the scrutiny of cameras, likes, comments, and constant attempts to remain herself in a world governed by algorithms. According to the project description, the series from OGM Pictures is not just another love story, it's something more. It's a digital riddle crafted by screenwriter Bashar Basharan and creators reminiscent of The Truman Show. And that explains a lot. Furkan Anduj will embody the character of a baker. Yes, a baker named Adam. He is charismatic, loves animals, exudes warmth and care, and, judging by the description, bakes not only bread but also kindness. This character is not your typical macho from soap operas, but rather a nearly therapeutic figure. Given the trend towards quiet television and heartfelt stories, it feels very much in tune with the times. The series will consist of 8 episodes, compact yet aiming for depth. The creators promise not so much action as atmosphere, cozy, at times nostalgic, and occasionally philosophical. Filming is set to begin soon, and it's already clear that this project will mark a special moment in Afra's career, possibly even a turning point. After all, the digital platform offers not only freedom but also a challenge, and it seems Afra loves a challenge. It's interesting to see how quickly the actress adapts to new formats. Transitioning from primetime television to the streaming universe, she does so boldly, confidently, and with a Western flair. This move could prove to be both creatively and strategically advantageous. In an era where Turkish series are breaking beyond their own borders, such projects become a calling card for global audiences. We must also remember that for Furkan Anduj, this project could be a breath of fresh air. After a series of diverse roles, he's stepping into a character that sounds like a challenge. A kind-hearted baker in a world filled with digital anxieties. I can already envision memes, fan art, discussions on forums, and, of course, waves of shipping on social media. Because Afra and Furkan are a pair that viewers are clearly eager to see back on screen. But what exactly lies beneath this enigmatic title, Para? Perhaps it's an allusion to the famous district of Istanbul with its rich cultural history? Or could it be a metaphor for an inner journey, where the hero, stepping out of the familiar reality, begins to see the world differently? In any case, the title is intriguing and demands a nuanced execution. Moreover, this confirms that Afra has no intention of disappearing from the radar. Most likely, her return to television screens is just a matter of time. Para is her experiment, her step into a new environment, But it is by no means a farewell to the familiar format. It's an inspiring move that speaks to the maturity of the actress as a professional and as a person. And how can we not acknowledge the irony of fate? In Kingfisher, her character is mired in social and family conflicts, while in Pera, she becomes the voice of the digital generation, from Cinderella to the Queen of Likes. And all of this within just a few consecutive roles. Afra has clearly caught the wave, and now she's raising the bar. As the filming is still gearing up to start, we have time on our hands. Time to reminisce about Kingfisher, rewatch a couple of scenes from Sisters' Children, celebrate the Afra Furkan duo, and of course, subscribe to the channel so we don't miss the premiere, fresh gossip, behind-the-scenes photos, and backstage stories. And if you can already picture Adam in an apron serving a blogger a cinnamon roll, then the series is sure to find its way to your heart. So stay tuned. It's always more enjoyable with us, even in the digital realm. While some are just gearing up for shoots, others are wrapping up their projects with ease. Summer, as they say, has officially arrived. Hot, relaxed, and a bit cheeky. Turkish actors are widely closing out the season, turning off the lights in the studios and abandoning everything for a sunbed, the beach, and, of course, eye-catching photos on Instagram. Some have headed to their grandmothers' villages, others to Bodrum, and some, like Burak Ozcivit, have travelled to London. Yes, you heard that right. The Osman has ventured to the capital of fog. At first glance, it looks like a typical vacation. But that's only until you take a look at the photos. Because where's the beard? The very beard that became a symbol of the entire Ottoman saga, gone, simply vanished, erased from his face and possibly from his contracts as well. Some didn't even recognize the actor in the pictures. They wondered, who is this handsome tourist strolling with Fahriye Evcen and their children? Where's our stern warrior leader? Where's the gaze that tells a Turkish story? It's all quite simple. It's just a vacation. As it turns out, Burak decided to refresh his look. No beard, no cameras, no battle steeds. Just him, London, Fahriye, and their two sons, Karan and Kiraz. Family happiness against the backdrop of British landscapes. And it all seems perfect, if not for one catch. His contract for the film, Khalid ibn al-Walid, is now in jeopardy. Without a beard, no role. He can't possibly step into a historical project where the character demands a respectable appearance, not a London smoothness. So much for a vacation with consequences. Meanwhile, whispers are already circulating in the industry. The project may not even become a film. Producer Emre Konuk, the one behind The Great Seljuks and Alparslan, seems to have changed his mind and now wants to create a full-fledged series instead of a film. And if that's true, Burak simply won't have time for it. This is because the 7th season of Kuruluş Osman is set to begin in the fall. And this is no ordinary series. It's a long-standing saga that's not so easy to escape from. Even in London, now everything adds up. Burak shaves off his beard, knowing that he will likely not be called for the role of Khalid. He takes a pause. He relaxes. He returns to his family. And at the same time, like in a script, he prepares to don Osman's armor once again. But this time, he'll do it in a more mature form. Because the 7th season is already at the level of legend, not just a hero with a saber. And perhaps this is the Burak that the audience needs. Calm, confident, and at ease. So dear fans, unfortunately, there isn't much hot news about Burak at the moment. To be honest, We're literally scraping together news bit by bit here in the editorial office. It's the summer season, you see. But even in these little tidbits, there's intrigue. Because when an actor shaves off his beard, it's always more than it seems. It's a statement, it's a pause, it's a turning point. And if you think that the stars are off on vacation and everything is getting boring, you just haven't seen how much fun they have while relaxing. Some beach shots I wouldn't even dare to post. YouTube definitely wouldn't understand. It turns out Turkish actors aren't shy at all, especially when there's sea and sand around. But even without those photos, we have plenty of gossip to chew on. Because even Burak's vacation is news. While the actor enjoys his free time with family, we can calmly revisit old seasons, appreciate fresh shots without the beard, and speculate on what the new Osman will be like. Stern, or perhaps a bit ironic. Who knows, maybe in the next season he'll even have a sense of humor or a London accent. It's possible. So don't go anywhere. As soon as the first shots of the new Osman appear, you'll be the first to know. In the meantime, subscribe. Because even without his beard, Burak is still hot. And now, not just a news item, but a genuine reason to hold your breath. Because strangely enough, in the world of series, not everything revolves around relaxation, beards, and pastries. There are projects that have already made such a splash during the pre-sale stage that even the Dubrovnik breeze seems secondary. At the NEM Dubrovnik 2025 media market, one name echoed, and it was immediately picked up by everyone. That name is the Dream of Eshref. Hazred Azjan, head of the distributor Intermedia, stepped up to the microphone with the face of a person holding a trump card. And that trump card is a series that is generating buzz even before its official premiere. He announced that the project has already piqued the interest of international platforms and literally promised, good news will come soon. And we know, when a producer mentions good in the context of Turkish drama, it means very profitable and loud. Well, it's no surprise. The leading roles are played by Çağatay Ulusoy and Demet Özdemir. He has looks that make hostesses at airports melt. She has a charisma capable of melting the ice in a martini glass from a distance. Together, they are a powder keg. Even without a script, just a photo of them can already be sold to TV channels. But there's also the plot: mafia, revenge, love, tragedy, and adrenaline. A classic, but with a Turkish spicy twist. Already, the project is being compared to the legendary Ezel, the very same series that, over 10 years ago, became a breakthrough for Turkish dramas on the international stage. It was bought in dozens of countries, became a cult hit, and if you haven't heard that name, you urgently need to re-watch everything you considered a series. Now they say, the Dream of Eshref is the new contender for global success. It sounds like an heir ready to raise the banner and go into battle. The interest from international buyers is no coincidence either. Today, the global market is seeking stories where passion, danger, and sincerity go hand in hand. Turkish series in this genre have long ceased to be exotic. They have become a brand, and the Dream of Eshref, judging by the description, is a project where everything is geared for export. The plot, the actors, the visuals, the atmosphere, even the music. Everything is charged to hit the viewer's heart, regardless of the language. But there's one more factor: strategy. Intermedia is not just selling a series. They are turning it into an event. Presentations at international markets, early discussions with platforms, targeted information leaks. All of this stokes interest and creates the feeling that the series has not yet premiered, but has already become a legend. This is marketing at a new level, and with such tools, the Dream of Eshref truly has a chance to become a global hit. The most important thing is that the heroes remain at the center of it all. It doesn't matter how many drones, locations, or expensive costumes there are. If there's no chemistry between the actors, nothing works. But if there is chemistry, even a modestly budgeted series can become a sensation. It seems that Chatai and Demet have that chemistry. At least the audience's eyes are already sparkling. And that's before they've seen a single frame. So we wait. We sit by the campfire of anticipation, tossing in twigs of gossip. Because the Dream of Eshref could become not just a series, but a symbol of a new wave of Turkish television expansion. And if you thought that after Kingfisher and Osman, it was all over, think again. Everything is just beginning. Now, we can finally take a breath. 3 pieces of news, 3 different universes, 3 actor names, Afra, Burak and Çağatay. All 3 at the forefront of Turkish series production. Some are challenging the digital age and moving to Disney+. Some are shaving off their beards and hitting pause on historical epics, while others are preparing to shake up the international market with a new hit even before the first episode airs. And in this kaleidoscope of emotions, faces, and intrigues, there's only one constant. We are witnessing it all first. These aren't just news items. This is a story being written right now. Actors are changing roles, producers are reshaping strategies, and series are becoming not just content, but an export weapon. And we continue to follow along. With irony, with love, with a touch of sarcasm, and with very warm attention to detail. Because whatever is happening behind the scenes, we are interested not only in the roles, but also in the faces. Not just in the projects, but also in the twists of fate. So if you want to stay informed, not when the series is already on screen, but while it's still just an idea. If you care about not dry press releases, but lively, engaging stories. If you appreciate light humor, genuine interest, and delicious details, then you already know what to do. Subscribe to the channel. While actors are shaving their beards, we're shaving off the boredom from the news.